Ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to be here in Mumbai in conversation with the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. I've always had conversations with him that have elicited headlines, so I'm hoping that we will be able to do the same. I had the good fortune of being at the G20 summit in New Delhi, which is where the idea of the India-Middle East European corridor was first announced in the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. A lot has changed since the G20 summit. We are currently in a state of flux and volatility globally, where there is a global reset that is currently underway. But the hope is, and the belief is that what is being touted as a game-changing idea will be a reality with all parties on board, with all stakeholders on board, ensuring that it does in fact fructify. But to talk about Maharashtra's aspirations of being the gateway to the India-Middle East European corridor, let me address that question with you, Mr. Fadnavis. You have grand plans of positioning Maharashtra as an infrastructure hub. It's been called the gateway to India, but as part of the IMEC, how do you position yourself? What are you factoring in as some of the things that you could potentially do to your current plans to envisage a future that includes the IMEC?
Thank you. First of all, let me welcome everybody to this beautiful city of Mumbai, which is financial, commercial, and entertainment capital of India. And I think Mumbai and Maharashtra has to play a pivotal role in the IMEC corridor, because I think we will be creating an ecosystem which will support this entire idea. And when we talk about our plans to become a $1 trillion economy, I think we are working in several ways. If you can look at our infra push, which we have given in last few years, I think you have seen change Mumbai, and also the entire Maharashtra feels connected now. And I think when we look at the opportunities through IMEC, I think we have a great opportunity to become the logistics capital. We can move a lot of logistics from Mumbai. We are looking at advanced manufacturing. We are looking at agri-tech. We are looking at fintech. Of course, Mumbai is a fintech capital. So I think the clean energy push, the green manufacturing, all these areas I think are very important for us, because they will not only play a major role in making us a $1 trillion economy, but they will be also the drivers of the IMEC corridor.
Well, speaking of the drivers for growth and urbanization, infrastructure development, connectivity, as you outlined, are some of the key areas that the government is focusing on. For the benefit of our audience here in the room, as well as for those who are watching on TV and online, Mr. Fadnavis, what is the aspiration in terms of infrastructure development? Is there a number that you're working with that over the next 5 years, this is potentially what you would like to invest as far as infrastructure is concerned, to ensure that you can realize the many dreams that you've spoken of?
Yeah, absolutely. You see, between 2014 and 2019, we invested somewhere around $30 billion in creating infrastructure. You can see the coastal road, you can see the Atal Setu, you can also see the Samruddhi Highway. There are many iconic projects, the new Mumbai airport, many iconic projects which we built during this tenure. Now we want to do more. So recently, we have tied up with Indian financial institutions to raise a sum of around $50 billion. And in next 3 to 4 months, we'll be tying up with foreign investors to invest into $50 billion more. So there will be a huge push on infrastructure side. We are building a lot of access control roads, airports, ports. Now, you know that the new Mumbai airport will be ready very soon. Now we are building a new airport in Pune. We are also building one more airport in Vadhavan, which will be the third airport of Mumbai. We are actually building a new airport terminal in Shirdi. We are building a brownfield airport in Nagpur. So across Maharashtra, we are building airports. We are building roads. We have already built Samruddhi Highway. Likewise, now we are building one more highway, which is Shaktipit Highway. This will connect Nagpur. It will be from Nagpur to Goa, and it will actually connect the entire, that area of Maharashtra, which is up till now a little backward, to all the major centers of business. And this will actually transform our economy. And we are also actually building a lot of river connecting connectivity projects. So actually, if you look at Marathwada area, which is water stressed, in that area, now we are building a river linkage project by which we'll be bringing 50 TMC water, the water which flows from west flowing rivers, which directly flows into the sea. That entire water will be brought to Marathwada and will make Marathwada drought free. Again, one more project which we are doing is more about urban floods. So we usually every year we have a lot of floods in the area of Kolhapur and Sangli. This entire water we are bringing through diversion canals to Ujni and to Marathwada. So there are huge projects around water, there are huge projects around infrastructure, roads, ports, airports. Again, you know that we are building Vadhavan, which is, Vadhavan is a game changer port. And you see, today, the biggest port of India is the JNPT port. It accounts for 60 to 65% of the container traffic. And this Vadhavan port is 3 times bigger than JNPT. And actually, on its day one, it will be amongst first 10 ports of world. So this port is going to change, the entire way we conduct the business. And we are also integrating entire Maharashtra with this port, because with the Samruddhi Highway, we have actually brought 15 our districts connected to the JNPT port. So the port-led development is now actually expanding beyond Mumbai, Pune or Nasik to 15 new destinations. And now from Samruddhi, we are creating an access control road, which is just 100 kilometers to this new Vadhavan port. So from Nasik to Vadhavan, a new road will be created, and that will actually connect at least 17 districts to Vadhavan port. And that will make, this port-led development expand to 17 districts of Maharashtra. So see that we are actually getting us ready for this corridor, so that, once all the signatory countries, they work together and they create this corridor, Maharashtra will be the future-ready state. It will be ready to use this corridor.
Well, future-ready as and when the IMEC does come together. But, if I could just continue on what you talked about, the port-led development, which, of course, is going to be a big part of this reality as and when it does take shape, Mr. Fadnavis. One of the challenges when we talk about doing business in India is the ease of doing business. The other is, of course, the cost of doing business. What will this mean? Logistics cost is a big cost as far as the cost of doing business is concerned. In your view, with the measures that you've outlined, if you can leave us with timelines by when you believe the measures that you've just spoken about will in fact be a reality, what could it mean in terms of the cost of doing business?
Yep, you're absolutely right, because EODB and CODB are two things which actually, keeps you ahead. And we have been working on it for a long time. I mean, if you look at, ease of doing business initiatives taken by the state of Maharashtra during my first tenure, I think even the World Bank has recognized it, and the government of Singapore, which published one of its publication around ease of doing business in India, and they have put Maharashtra at #1 in 2019. So I think that has always been our focus of achieving seamless business in entire business arena. Now we have also created a legislation around that. Our Maitri portal, which is one-stop shop for all businesses, to do the business seamlessly. So we actually have created a single window system by which anybody can access it, and this real single window, because I always say that many times there is a single window. When you enter, there are several doors which you have to knock. This is not like that. This is a real single window whereby actually end to end all things are connected, and we give the services totally from scratch to everything we are giving under this Maitri portal. Having said that, I think you're absolutely right that cost of logistics is something which is bothering businesses a lot, and that is why we are creating infrastructure and seamless movement of goods. See, now if you look at the movement of goods, or if you look at the JNPT port, from, let's say, Nagpur, it used to take 7 to 8 days for goods to reach JNPT port. Now it takes 8 hours. So with this, our connectivity push, once the Vadhavan is ready, and as per timelines, I think in next 3 to 4 years, we'll start the operations of Vadhavan. And once Vadhavan is ready, I think that will have huge impact on logistics, because today JNPT port is so jammed because it's only big port which is handling on this side. And turnaround time, although it's a very efficient port, but still turnaround time is high. But once Vadhavan is there, then I think the turnaround time will be very less, and that will actually lessen the logistics cost. I think around that, if you look at the Pune airport, which we are actually creating, this is not just an airport, but it's also, we are creating a huge cargo handling facility at Pune, because, Pune is our manufacturing hub.
Yes.
And the entire manufacturing is done in and around Pune. So we are actually doing a cargo hub there. Our cargo hub will also be, one cargo hub will be created in Nagpur. We are already, we are doing it. And our new business magnet is now Sambhajinagar, where, the entire EV revolution has translated into action in Sambhajinagar. So you name it and they are there in EV. And they are also actually the connectivity to the Vadhavan Port and the connectivity to the JNPT port is just 7 to 8 hours because of Samruddhi and because of the new corridor which we are creating. So I think a lot of things which we are doing will be adding up to, lowering the logistics cost. And when we started creating this Vadhavan Port, I actually appealed to Honorable Prime Minister, and I requested him that we are creating a port. We are actually doing, a lot of reclamation there. So around the world, most of the efficient airports are reclaimed airports. So why shouldn't we build a new airport at Vadhavan? And he immediately agreed. And we are now also building one airport. So you see, a port and an airport together, that will create a huge ecosystem for businesses, and especially those who are into import and export, all those manufacturing which required a lot of export or a lot of import of the components. They will have an entire ecosystem created there for the manufacturing.